Greetings, fellow gamers. Mr. Gris here again with Mr. Survival. Um, Here today to talk to you a little bit about the way I feel this game is going and a few changes in my knowledge base that has allowed me to do certain things now. One being that I have figured out how to save my game uh, to a separate file to where I can have a ongoing game and a game that I use for testing things out. So, in the process of doing that, I've also figured out how to do that respawn sheet. I have chosen, personally, not to utilize the respawn sheet. That is my personal preference, because I believe that that is the way the game is originally designed to be played. Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to play this way, but I believe that this is the way the developers are wanting things to be played. In an end game scenario, I guess is the best way to put that. Because the way I look at it is, this game is not meant to be open-ended. It's meant to be a final game. In other words, there is an ending. So therefore, the respawn of loot is not there because that needs to be part of the challenge. Otherwise, it's just a matter of waiting until you get everything you need to beat the game without having any challenges at all. And that's, fun for some, but not for others. So, I'm going to play the game in that regards, that there is no respawn. That's the way I feel that they intended the game to be played. So, that being said, moving on. I like what they're doing with the game. I'm not going to be one of those people that says, oh, well, I think you need to add this, and I think you need to add that, because I like to see what they have in mind. Their roadmap, or I should say his roadmap, because it is, I believe, one sole developer with a few people that that's helping him. I think a graphic designer he mentions, and some other people, but for the most part, I think he's just buying content from certain companies and putting it in the game. And you can see that it's very evident in this game that there's a lot of components from other games in this game. And that's just a cheap way to go about getting the game out there. So, I'm not knocking him for that, but, as far as the game itself goes, the way he's got it planned, that we've seen so far, I'm liking it. They plan to be adding more different types of infected. They plan on adding, mining, which is a whole new platform, or I won't say platform, but a whole new mechanic of the game. It's going to change a lot. Now, one of the complaints I hear a lot is that the game is unbalanced, and, well, they're right. The game is unbalanced right now. But that's because it is not finished. It doesn't have all of its parts yet, so it's naturally going to be unbalanced. It's just, that's the way it works. If you don't have all your parts, you're not equal, you're not, you're unbalanced. Excuse me. So in that regard, I'm not going to be like, oh, this game is unbalanced, it needs this, it needs that. Yeah, it needs all that stuff, but they already know that. And they're working on it. Or I should say he's working on it. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt, and he's got a pretty good start of a game here. There's not many indie games that come out that are this well polished, in my opinion. It's a very smooth running game. It doesn't take much of a load for the computer to run. I mean, I'm just doing this on a laptop, and it's running, I'm running ultra settings. So, it's running pretty good there. If I had better recording software, it'd probably look better on my videos and stuff like that, but unfortunately I don't have the better recording. I just have the little Xbox recorder thing on my PC. So that does it does an adequate job. It's just not the best. But I hope to get better equipment soon so I can get better quality out there. Also, because of now I'm going to have a test file and a ongoing file, that means that I'll have a world that I'm using strictly for videos. And then I'll have a world that I'm using to test things on. Okay, now I'm doing that because when something new comes out or whatever, it changes the way things are. I want to play with it for a little while to see if I actually need to restart. Well, sometimes I restart right away, and I mean, as far as progression-wise, it really kills things when you only have one save file. Well, now I can have as many save files as I want, really. So, now that I figured that out, I can have both files and it won't be a problem. So my recording is going to be a little different. So far I've been trying to put out a video every day. As you can see, I've been kind of struggling with that. If you've been following my channel at all, you know that there's been a few times where there's been a few days of gap in between. Like currently, I think it's been 2 days since I've put out a video. That's because I'm learning things and I have limited time to do so. So balancing between learning how to do things and actually doing them in the world is proving to be time consuming. So that's why I'm making this video, to give you guys kind of an idea of where I'm going with things and how I feel the game is going and stuff like that. So just a conclusion here. I feel that this game is meant to play with a limited amount of resources in mind. So that is the way I'm going to play this game. I'm probably going to only put out a video every, I would say, 3 days. You know, like on the third day, so 2 days in between. At least that's what the schedule I'm going to hit for. Every third day, I'm going to have a video come out. Probably starting from today. So, it'll be today this video comes out, then 2 days of no video, and then another day that there's a video. Like that's, you know, every 3 days I plan to put out a video, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Anyway, as you can see, I'm not very articulate with that stuff, so basically, yeah, every 3 days I plan to put out some sort of a video on this game. When there's an update, there'll be a restart, so obviously there'll be a video on that. But don't expect a video every day now. Expect one about every 3 days. I guess would be a better way to say that. I'm going to try to do more. So there may be a couple where it only goes a day without a video. Eventually I plan to get back to where I can do one every day. But that, like I said, learning how to do stuff and doing it takes up a lot of time. So I'm learning right now, so I'm not being able to do. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. But I hope you stick around and watch some more of my videos coming out soon. Like I said, it'll probably be a couple days in between videos. And I hope to see you in the next one.